What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video I am going to be ranking all 10 Eternals. Now if you guys like these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel as it does help out a lot. And yeah, let's just jump right into this. So first off, you're probably wondering why there's like so many characters here. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure like it got doubled or something, but we're just gonna rank the 10 Eternals, and we're not gonna be ranking Dan Whitman here. But yeah, let's just jump right into this. So I guess we'll start with Druid. I'd say he's an amazing character. Now he was one of the Eternals that gave us, you know, a different view on everything, and his was the most, I would say, complex view, where he just didn't want to see the humans fighting anymore, and he wanted to interfere because he saw like what the humans were doing, and he saw what he and the other Eternals could provide for them, and he wanted them to be involved directly and stop all the wars and stop all the fightings and help humanity become better. So I actually think that was very, very interesting. One problem is that he didn't really get too much screen time. He's not one of our main characters, so even though he has a really interesting backstory and motivation, we don't really get to see him that much, which, you know, does bring him down just a little bit, because we just don't get to spend that much time with him. But I think his power is interesting. I do think his personality is interesting. I think that his dynamic with the other people, especially like Icarus, is really interesting, and I'm gonna have him at amazing. Okay, Sprite. Yeah, she's gonna go in terrible. So first of all, she just kind of just acts like a little kid in this movie, which, I mean, I guess she looks like a little kid, but she's over 10,000. She's as old as the rest of them. She shouldn't be acting so immaturely, I guess. I mean, her motivation is pretty flimsy, so I don't really like her too much. Also, even she betrayed everyone at the end, and really didn't have that good of a motivation, and then for some reason Icarus got to die, but then she got a reward at the end for stabbing Cersei in the back. So yeah, that was really, really weird to me, that, you know, she got rewarded after betraying them all. And what really frustrates me was she was a pretty bland character. And since she was, I mean, one of the three that we spent the most time with, it's just couldn't you have substituted her out for someone else? Makari, for example, she disappeared the whole movie. Couldn't you have substituted both of them out? I mean, I could have seen a scenario where Sprite just wanted to get out of here and go back home because she felt so slighted, and she felt like she didn't belong, because she always looked like a child. So then she would be the one that stayed on the ship, and Makari would be the one accompanying Cersei around or something. I just don't understand why they had to make her a main character, because she's just so bland, and that just really drags her down a lot. Okay, Stokes. I'm gonna put him at good. He's a good character. He's a solid character. There's nothing really amazing or flashy about him, but he does have some good motivations. He started by, you know, as maybe a little bit like the mad scientist, where he just wanted to keep on just helping the humans advance, and then in 1945 he saw what his advancements did to the world, and then he after the atomic bomb dropped, and then he was just they don't deserve our help, because look, we helped them, and then they just used it for mass genocide. But then after that, he finds the good in humanity, and then he finds a family that he does love, which I think is really good. Now the only problem is that he literally said humans don't deserve our help, and then 5 minutes later, then we see him with the whole family. So it's just you know, I feel those scenes could have been maybe spread out a little bit, and maybe some more character development in there to flesh out why he doesn't think that humans don't deserve their help anymore. But again, kind of like with Druid, we don't get to spend too much time with him, which, you know, really is a bummer because, like, he's a way more compelling character than Sprite. That he has, you know, a good motivation where he helped the humans succeed or advance, and then they used it to for genocide. So he doesn't want to do it anymore. Like, that's all good. I just wish we could have seen more from him, and he doesn't have some, you know, like, amazing qualities that will bump him up a tier. Okay, Icarus. I think that Icarus is easily the best character in the film. He brings the most, like, emotional impact. And, like, even though he wants to, like, kill off all of humanity, or is revealed to at the end, I feel like I can sympathize with Icarus, like, more than I can with, or relate to Icarus, I would say, like, see what he's thinking, like, more than all of the other characters, because, he is one of the main characters, and the actor does a great job just, like, showing the conflict in him, where he doesn't really want to do this, but it was what he was made for, and he has been living with this for so many years, and also he doesn't want to betray his creators, right? He doesn't want to betray his creators. He wants to complete the mission, and so he'll do anything that he can to complete the mission, and even though he loves Cersei and thinks about betraying the mission for her, and in the end, he holds true to his beliefs that awakening the Celestial will be the best course of action. And even though all of his friends, you know, he turns on all of his friends to do so, he believes that this is he believes that he's the hero, and he believes that, like, this is the right course of action, and so it makes it, like, that much harder for him to make that decision, because he believes that he has to do it, and that he is a hero, and he's doing the right thing even though he's turning against everyone else. I also think that, like, you know, the scenes that he was in just packed the most punch, and, you know, were the most emotional. So yeah, he's gonna be at number 1 here. Ajax is also gonna go in good. Actually, I'm gonna put Fastos above her. I mean, she's like the mother of the group, you know. She really just, like, babysits everyone. She's also the one who knows what's going on. Who's like, or I guess she told Icarus, but, like, she's the only one who, at the start, who knows what was going on. And I mean, what does bring her down is that she let, like, so many planets, like, die and explode, and like, and let Celestials pop out of them before, and, like, she knowingly did it. The other 9 Eternals before that, they didn't knowingly do it until, like, you know, the last few minutes, where they're just like, oh my god, the world's gonna explode, and everyone's gonna die, which is what Makari is. But she is the one who knew everything that was gonna happen, so, you know, that does bring her down a little bit, but I do think that she was a good character, because she did change her mind at the end and question like, if what she was doing was right. So, you know, we have another, like, I guess, different idea or different opinion on, you know, the morals of everything that is happening. And, like, you know, like, after the snap and everything like that, or after the, like, unsnap by Hulk, she was gonna try to bring everyone together and try to stop it if Icarus, you know, didn't kill her first. So I do think that she is a good character. She might drop to okay, depending on how everything falls out, but I mean, she's just the middle line, I guess. Okay, Fina is actually a pretty good character, in my opinion, because she just offers, like, the glimpse into what happened, or what, like, the psychological trauma that happened to the Eternals after, you know, they saw all these planets get destroyed. And, like, since she has Mad Weary, she basically just foreshadows, like, what's gonna happen to us, but in a very clever way, because we don't know that she's foreshadowing and also she has a really good friendship with Gilgamesh in this film, and when Gilgamesh dies, then it was really heartbreaking, which, I mean, I guess that's also good for Gilgamesh, but it also gives points to her as well. And then she goes on a revenge quest to kill the deviant that killed Gilgamesh. So I feel like her whole arc was really good. She also has a different, I guess, characteristic of her. I mean, Mad Weary that stands her out from all the other ones. So I'm gonna put her in amazing. Kingo, I'm gonna put him in okay. I mean, he was just okay. I mean, he brought a different like flavor to the film, I guess. I mean, he brought a different personality, sure, but also he kind of just leaves for the final battle. It's like, okay, I mean, I get that he's, providing a different perspective on all of it. Like, he agrees with Icarus, but he doesn't want to betray his friends, whereas Icarus, like, believes, like, wholeheartedly in what he's doing, that he is willing to betray his friends. Kingo just doesn't want to betray his friends, but also agrees with Icarus, so he just steps away. But also, like, you kind of just left the final battle, man. So, like, how am I meant to put you in the higher tiers when you just leave in the middle? Also, I mean, I guess his powers were a little interesting, but I didn't really find his whole character arc or motivations interesting. I mean, he's just a Bollywood actor. That's pretty much it. And I guess he has a different personality, but that's like also, yeah, he's gonna go in okay. Makari. I'm gonna put Makari at the top of good. She, like, I think, like, the motivations of all of these characters, except for, or most of these characters, were really, really well done, and they all, like, are different, because, obviously all the turtles are different, and they all want different things. So Makari just wants to go home to Olympia. Or what's the Olympus? I don't really remember. But obviously, Olympia doesn't exist, so she's basically just waiting it out for something that will never happen. I mean, I guess she's just waiting it out to get a reboot and then do it all over again. But she's just like separated herself from the rest of the world, and she's just waiting. So again, the problem with screen time is that we don't really get to see her too much, because she only like pops up in the third act after a few flashbacks. But I feel like her scenes there are good. Her depiction of her powers was really interesting, where they didn't just do the slow down time for them to run at normal speed. It was like really, really cool to see her running and like jumping and all that. And also the fact that she's deaf. That also like really, really or I wouldn't say it really improves her character, but it gives her something unique to her. Now I don't know why the Celestials would make an Eternal that is deaf, but yes, I mean, it works good for the story, so that's all that matters. But yeah, I don't feel like there's like too much special with her, other than even though her power is very generic, they picture it and depict it in a very interesting way. So she's gonna go in good. Cersei. Oh, I think she's better than Ajax, so I guess I'll put Ajax in okay though. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's the main character, I guess. I mean, Icarus is the main villain, so she by default is the main character. And I mean, she just really isn't that interesting, I would say. I mean, the whole movie is like pretty much in her perspective, so I mean, I guess we're just like learning the whole world like with her, even though she already knows the world, but like we're learning what's happening with her. But like she doesn't have any defining characteristics that like make her special or anything. It's just that she's the main character, so she's the one that stopped the Celestial from destroying Earth. Like that's all it is. I don't know. It's just that she's the main character, so she got that honor, even though I mean it would have been better if Druid did it, So, but yeah, Cersei stopped the Celestial. I mean, there's nothing too special about her. It's just, yeah, she did that. I don't know, she's just like really a really bland character. Her motivations like aren't really that good. She just like loves humans. So I mean, yeah, she wants to protect humans because she loves them. Yeah, that's good. I don't know, nothing that stands out too much. Okay, Gilgamesh. I'm gonna put him in amazing, even though he doesn't have that much screen time, and he does die. Like, he has, I mean, basically the same amount of screen time that Ajax has, maybe a little bit more. But he brings a very good, like, interesting dynamic between the two Eternals, between him and Athena, where he's just protecting Athena from herself and also from other people. Like, basically since the Spanish invaded America. Since the battle where Athena got mad weary, he was just protecting her the whole time, and I really like the dynamic between both of them a lot. And also when he dies, it's like really emotional, and you can really feel it, and you can just see the bond that the two shared in his death scene because of how emotional it is. Again, nothing too much to talk about because he really didn't have that much screen time. But I do feel like that he did work with, you know, the limited screen time that he had. So anyways, that's going to do for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. And if you guys did, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Too easy!